We got the goof troop with us. I'm trying to load them all up, y'all. Maybe I'll be ready in just a minute for you. Mama gets the chariot. Yeah, it's pig switch day. We've went to this new thing where we're letting girls out, we're letting boys out. I guess on different days. We got to keep them separated. You know, first generation farmers here. We're playing around. We did, it's New Year's Day. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
We did some researching last night. Instead of like drinking on the New Year's, we did YouTube binge watching where we kind of thought we were learning a little bit. Funny thing about YouTube is it can be educational sometimes.
Look at that. They just put themselves right in for me. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. What do you got there, James?
We got some pig pellets, and we got some eggs, and some looks like sweet potato peels.
Yeah, we're
trying.
We're trying to get good at saving our table scraps.
I don't want to pour it on your head. Boy, hey there, baby girls. Mama got some good stuff for ya.
You know, last night we didn't pop no bottles of champagne or nothing. We did mostly research. We binged watched YouTube and we tried to learn some stuff and we talked about our stuff. You know, the funny thing is when we kind of got this all started, let's say, we had a mission and an objective. You know, a lot of my objective was we had a baker and she would bake a lot and she'd go to the grocery store and she would buy goods and she would turn it into grates. But like she spent a lot of money on eggs and I'm like, well, why don't we just get chickens and we'll get our eggs for free, you know? And she spent a lot of money on butter. She bought a lot of butter. She'd like go to the grocery store and she would fill like half a cart, full cart with just butter. She'd take all the butter they had. People were like, what are you doing? But so that would have been a cow. You know, as we look at our farm, and it's New Year's Eve, and we're thinking about the New Year's resolution that we're going to get into. You know, we're kind of daydreaming what we're going to do, you know. As cute as having a whole bunch of pets, it's hard to, you know, have a whole bunch of pets unless you're independently wealthy. We do okay, but like really we want some of our stuff to work for us, you know. And we pick potbelly pigs. They sure are cute, and I like them to death. We go back and forth on the fence of like how we're gonna tackle having potbelly pigs. I'd like chum-chums. What the heck are they called?
Coon-coons.
Chum-chums, coon-coons. It's a slightly bigger pig. It's hairy, it's really cute. You know, some of the reasons we really like the small pigs is they're the same size as our dogs.
Right.
As I got her into pigs, which, you know, she wanted a different animal first, but I was like, hey, I like breakfast. I cook, me and Jamie, I cook us 2 eggs and 3 pieces of bacon every day. It started off 2 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon, but you just want one more piece, you know, and we just got to get some protein in our stomach to get us shaking and breaking for the day, and that seems to do well. And there's no carbs in it, you know. I love potatoes, but as soon as I start eating potatoes, my day goes slightly sluggish. My little baby breakfast turns into a really big plate as soon as I add potatoes, and I just can't stop. My breakfast starts to get extravagant, you know.
So we just have breakfast for dinner now, and we let him do that then.
Yeah, we do that too. But we like the 2 eggs and 3 pieces of bacon. And so we look at our chickens and we're like, yeah, they'll produce that. And our dogs, they eat a similar breakfast to us. I'm not sure exactly what the ratio to eggs to bacon they get, but they get some.
Right.
And so we go through a lot of eggs.
I'd say like 60 a week.
60 a week is and under. That's what I'm trying not to use.
I'm trying to
eggs.
be nice. I'm trying to be nice. We go through 60 a week.
If I
nice.
used eggs how I wanted to use eggs, I'm sure it would be up there, 100 a week, you know.
Right.
And then we got the pigs, and the grand ideal is bacon, but we both have a hard time butchering. You know, we've never did it.
I've been an animal lover my whole life, and I kind of wanted the farm because I just love animals. I mean, we can't even kill a mouse.
She would have been a veterinarian.
I told them I wanted to do the farm and sell babies, but you know,
Babies.
selling babies, that puts a lot on the animals, and I don't want to put a lot on the animals either.
I like selling babies too, though. You know, like, none of this you're going to get super wealthy at.
No, I mean, we just want to, I think, just like, I'd like more farm animals. I'd like some goats. I'd like some cows. And, you know, I love animals, and I love taking care of them. And we were really trying to determine and figure out a way to have the animals kind of work for us, but like...
What we're going to do.
Right.
We weren't Googling that. I don't know what we
were
Googled.
watching Homesteaders more.
Homesteaders.
It's fun. We're into it.
Yeah, we don't know. We did a little bit of Googling of how to make your own pig feed. You know, the unique thing about making your own pig feed is like you got to buy it in super bulk. And, you know, you make it there's a lot of ways to skin that cat. You know, there's so many variables, it turns out, with the homesteading that you can get lost in whatever you want to get lost in. Yeah. Sometimes I watch a guy who raises 6 pigs a year, and he takes them to some sort of house, and, you know, he's got money that he puts in a pig, and then he's got money he gets out of pig. Like I said, it's nothing that you're going to get rich at. But every time I look at it, I'm on some other level where I'm always trying to, like, entrepreneur or something. I got Victoria with the baking, and I've had my fair share of endeavors also. And so I'm always looking to try and make something, do something on its own. And make something, you know.
To support it. You want to support your fun hobbies.
You want to support your hobbies. Right now, we're just buying animals, and we really haven't put, oh my gosh, they're
Hi,
just so
Pamela.
cute. One just walked by. They're so cute.
Yeah.
Bacon's pretty good too, though, darling.
Right, you know, and we did realize that you can use the pig feces for your garden and stuff like that.
I thought you couldn't do that. I thought you didn't want to mix a dirty animal's poop with any sort of food you were playing with, but I don't know. I watched person after person almost do it.
Right. I mean, what do you guys think? Could we use the pig as fertilizer, or should we just more use the pig for the fertilizer for like the grass and stuff to help the grass look good?
Right.
What do you guys think? Do you think that's something that people do, is use it for garden fertilizer?
That is
soil?
something that I Google is compost. It's not the hardest thing to do, but so far, I haven't say that I've struggled with it, but I've failed to get it going. You know, everything's a hobby, you know. Manure could be a hobby of yours where you mix poop once in a while, and then you stack a whole bunch of hobbies to one mission, and something happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I watched a guy plow a field. You know, it's not a very big field, probably as big as your front yard or the average American's front yard. So anyways, he dug trenches, you know, like you see and I like that a bunch. She wants raised gardens. Mom's coming. She's going to be watering some plants, tending to some plants. She wants raised gardens. I want a combination of both.
Yeah. Yeah, I want a field of like some corn and stuff so that, you know, we've got food to feed the animals too. I mean, and corn
Food
for
to
us.
feed the animals. It's not super expensive. You know, we buy this swine feed up here, darling, and we liked it. And we're like, holy cow, this food is so cheap. It's like $12 or $15, you know. But at the end of the day, if we could have grown that instead of buy that, those are the things that we're trying to get into as a homesteader. Self-sustainability.
I mean, you spend what, $500 to $600 on groceries a month, and you know, some people spend more. Like if we could cut the groceries out, then that means we're kind of being a little bit self-sufficient. And when you think about it, that's a pretty cool thing to think about, you know.
I've mostly avoided saying that at all on YouTube for sure,
Right.
because like I look at self-sustainability and I like a lot of things about it. I'm way into it. I watch it a fair share, but like actually making it happen, it looks trickier
Right.
than need be. You know, some of what we watched last night was a guy with a roof just collecting rainwater, you know, and we watched him build rainwater container after rainwater container, and I said to myself, I don't know that I want to collect rainwater, but now I find myself wanting to
collect rainwater. I mean, you don't save that much on your water bill, but like,
it's more about the cleaner water.
it's right, the cleaner water. You know, I mean, the water bill's not very expensive, but like even for the animals, the rainwater is better. The plants, the rainwater is better. You know, so I think that's a goal of ours in 2025 is to be more efficient in collecting rainwater. Right now, I collect some rainwater.
We put a bucket out and we end up with a bucket of water. It's a pretty easy system, you know.
You know, it does the house plan, the small garden we got inside.
Yeah.
You know, but if we can feed the animals with the rainwater, I mean, even our dogs with the rainwater, I feel like would be better than sink water.
Yeah. But as I look at like different hobbies that we have, because we have a bunch, we try to make that hobby be something that cuts out a budget that we're spending a lot of money on, you know, like I used to play a lot more video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on playing video games again sometime. I might even document a little bit of it. And I get me, Jamie, and Dad, and we're all on mics, and we're running around, and we're doing fun stuff. It was a hobby that I liked a lot. You know what I like best about the hobby is you buy the big TV, you buy the computer, the mouse, the chair, and the whole hobby's paid for. Now you just sit and enjoy. And we've got other hobbies like that. You buy the, you know, this, the that, the this, and then that hobby is free now. You know what I'm saying? And that was something now we're trying to do it with like the pigs and the garden.
I think the garden is going to be big next year, having that be on our goals, just because
We want food.
not only will it provide us for food so we don't have to go grocery shopping, but we're going to provide all these animals with food.
I like
you
to
know.
grow peppers. I like to grow stuff.
Yeah.
Growing's fun. When you grow something, you know, you plant this seed and it grows and you end up with the fruit of that plant. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, how did I ever pay for this before? When now it's almost free. You know? Yeah. So what we got on our agenda though is we still got 2 pregnant pigs.
We
and
do.
they're gonna pop out. All right, let's say at that point we've got 25 pot-belly pigs. What do we do?
What do we do with them?
All right, we sell some babies.
We're going to try and sell first, I think.
You know, I have another problem. Even with plants, it's this lineage of plants that I want to keep. You know, like I got the peppers upstairs. I bought the peppers once already. I don't want to buy the peppers every year. Like I want to keep the lineage. And the same is with the potbelly pigs. Okay, I got a potbelly pig now. I don't want to really get rid of that because I've already bought potbelly pig.
Right.
So I've got 5. I've got 3 boys and I got 2 girls. Girls can make more girls.
Right.
I like that.
Right. The boys, you need at least one.
Dang, I'm trying to like zip my jacket up even more, but
Am I
there's
making you
nothing
cold
there.
by having mine not open? It's not that bad. He's a wuss.
I got my ears. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The information I'm dropping is so chilling.
So I think basically what we're trying to do is figure out like goals and plans and what we're going to do next year.
I like the pig.
We might not stick to those plans.
That's true.
But,
So we
you
got some
know.
potbelly pigs.
Right.
I want these chum-chums. What are they called?
Coon-coons.
I kind of want coon-coons. All right, so let's imagine our animal right now is 60 pounds. we got a 60-pound pig.
Right.
70?
Right.
That one, definitely 70. But our dogs are about 65 pounds. And so you go to the Chum Chum or the Coon Coon,
And they're about 300.
they're about 200 pounds, I think.
200 to
300, and you got a fat pig. I think they're about 200 pounds. You grow them 2 years, 200 pounds, and you end up with some bacon.
Right.
If I take bacon off of a 60-pound pig, I'm going to end up with 20 pounds of bacon. I might as well just go to the grocery store. So
Right.
really, it's a toy pig that maybe somebody would enjoy having in their house.
pet,
We
right.
might even have one in our house at sometimes. I flirt with the ideal, but the next thing I know, I got
We
a
got
pig.
50 pigs in our house.
I got a pig sleeping in my bed with my 5 bulldogs. my bed's only so big.
Hey, you know what? The pigs are probably more potty trained than the dogs.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey.
And the dogs are spreading out. One of our dogs sleeps on the couch once in a while, another one in the closet once in a while, and so I'm getting a little bit more room. So anyways, I got this pig, I want to keep it. I'm trying to talk her into Coon Coons because it's a bigger pig, we'll get more meat off of it, and they're cute as shoot.
And the reason why we're still going for smaller pigs is not only because, you know, we want smaller animals because the dogs, we want to make sure that the dogs are good and friendly with them and the animals are friendly back with the dogs because we want to give them a good life still, you know.
Yeah.
But like we want small because we don't eat that much pork.
We don't eat that much.
You know, we eat bacon.
All I eat
I
is
love
bacon.
pulled pork and pork chops on occasion. So do we really need a 500-pound pig? No, I don't
We
think
don't
so.
eat a bunch of pork.
Right.
But I was last night, I'm talking to her, I'm saying, I'm like, we need potbellies, we need Coon Coons, and then we're going to get a meat pig.
And I was like,
She's
I'm
like, holy cow.
how often do we eat? How
She shut me
often?
down pretty quick there.
Yeah, no. I think that's just a waste. A waste.
Too much.
Too much. I mean, yeah, you can freeze it. I mean, it's only good for what? I would say 6 months in the freezer. I think a small pig would provide for our family, even when mom and dad got here.
Yeah.
You know, having a small pig, 4 people, I think that's a sufficient enough.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm like, hey, you know, pigs, we got 5, we're about to have 25, it could be 50. I'm like, how do we turn this into a thing? Like all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, what are we going to do with pigs? How do I turn this into a thing? And I get wrapped up in turning it into a thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's knock down another acre and we'll get
He's like, I want
50
2
cows
more.
out there.
He's like, I want 2 more pastures. 2 pastures for the Coon Coons, the
I go
boys and
wild
girls,
with
and
it, y'all.
2 pastures for the pot bellies. And I'm like, the Coon Coons and the pot bellies can live together. We can do 2 pastures,
saying they
1
can
for the
live
boy,
together.
1 for the girls.
I like them separate for some reason. No pond!
She's not. She went to the bathroom.
No
over there.
pond, Luna Tuna.
Hey,
Big old
Daddy,
spooner.
I didn't.
Kick
Hey,
it.
Pay.
So that's some of our resolutions, is to figure out how to do stuff with stuff and things
Yeah.
and things.
And I would like personally about 2 more types of animals. I think I'm ready for either goats or cows.
Right.
Again, we want to go small because we've got small dogs and we want them to play with them.
Yeah.
So like the cows, we're still thinking about which one. We want to get a smaller one. I love the Highlanders, but I really don't think people milk them or
Jersey cow.
eat
They've
them.
got a
Jersey
miniature Jersey cow.
cow. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's what we've talked about
I
too.
want meat. You know what we got into last night? I know this is long-winded as shoot, and we got so much to... It's just that we did so much research. We had so many great conversations while we were preparing for the New Year's Eve. So much that we didn't get our kiss to 12:03. But we went over chickens, and we're talking about chickens. And I watch YouTube videos where people are shoving like 70 chickens into a fridge, and I'm like, how do I get my fridge to have 70 chickens in it? She's like, it's too much.
It's
That's
too
too
much.
much.
It's
And
too
I'm like, so she comes out with this plan. She's like, we'll kill 2 chickens every 10 days, and like, that's how much chicken we think we eat. And I'm like, I don't want to make making dinner any harder.
Right.
Like if I got to go out into the yard and chop a chicken, find some way to pluck the feathers, boil, the list of like making this chicken my food is getting obscene. So like we're trying to decide of a ratio that's a good amount. I want to process them all at once.
Right, and I think we should do them monthly because, I mean, we do eat a lot of chickens. The dogs eat a lot of chickens. But if you think about it, even with mom and dad here, you would only go through 2 chickens every time you decide to have chicken because that's 4 breasts for 4 people. And then the leftovers is for the dogs.
We're so green that one of our daydreams last night was to... We've been buying turkeys lately and feeding our dogs turkey. They're like $12 and we rip it up and, you know, on a 18-pound turkey, you get like 9 pounds of actual. Anyways, long story short, I said we should try and buy chickens and decide what we can do with that. Because right now, I buy chicken breasts. That's all I buy.
That's
chicken
all I buy.
breasts. It's all I eat. The dark stuff, I don't know how to cook very well. She's a better cook than me, but I'm a more consistent cook.
He won't let me cook. He likes to cook. We
like
cook
to
together, though.
She gets in there too.
I like to do the sides and help
I like
out.
to be first guy though on the cooking.
He's the chef.
I like to be first guy.
I'm the sous-chef.
Yeah, that's true. But she's the best around, I tell you. And sometimes I let her take the lead on stuff that I don't have no idea. I know how to
Yeah,
cook.
if we
3
want to
things.
make lasagna, I'm making it.
She's making it. Yeah, that's true. But as far as a chicken, I only know how to do it for breasts.
Right.
We're so green. We don't. But we like this lifestyle.
I think we're going to have to learn how to cut the breast out of the chicken raw so that we've got our breast still. Or, you know, something we can do at first is just cook the whole chicken and we take out the breast. If you want to make like chicken tacos or something, then you just shred the breast meat right there. The hard part is getting the breast out so that you can just fry a breast.
That's not, I don't think that's happening anymore. We would change that way. We would take all of the meat off of the chicken, kind of like the 9 pounds off an 18-pound turkey, and we'd put it in some sort of Tupperware. And from that meat that's already kind of, what do they call it, pulled, we would make fajitas, and we never really eat just chicken breast.
Right. We mainly go for fajitas or tacos or
We're cutting it down.
enchiladas or we like Mexican.
Spanish food.
Spanish food with the chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean even lemon pepper chicken we do, but you can still cook a chicken and just carve a piece of that breast out and fry it real fast.
So here's the ideal. Okay, we got 30, 40 chickens. How many chickens we got?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, we got about 20.
I think we got 30.
30? Oh wait, we got 20 that are grown that are about ready to lay eggs, and then we've got, yeah, you're right, 10 more in the brooder box. I forgot about that.
How many chickens do you need to make this happen? Do you grow chickens once a year? Like, okay, a chicken takes 3 months to get full size, and you start growing your chicken at the beginning of the year, and you put 70 in the fridge, and then you gotta have chickens year round for the eggs.
Right, and then you're going to need the chicken eggs to make the 70 more babies, but like, the thing is how long does chicken last in the freezer when you freeze it? Is it a 6-month thing? Is it a year thing? If it's a year thing, then killing them once a year, butchering them once a year, then that's fine. But if chicken's only good in the freezer for 6 months,
Then you're doing it twice a year.
Then you're doing it twice a year. And I guess that's some of the stuff we have to research
One of
still.
the couples we watched would, eat the old turkeys first and, put new ones in. And you know what's funny is like we overwork the heck out of this situation. We're probably 20 minutes into a conversation just shooting the shit. But it's probably really easy and all you got to do is just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But still, how many chickens? If it was up to me, I'd be like 100 chickens. Now we've got 100. Let's do 200 chickens. We got a guy at the grocery store I talk to once in a while, and he's like, you know what you're gonna want to do? He's like, just get wild with it and actually make some money. He's like, get 1,000 chickens, And I like that.
Can you imagine 1,000 eggs a day? We can do whatever we want with eggs.
Yeah. I want everything. Any hobby I do take, I blow it to proportion and oversize things. But that's the fun part of it. Really what we're into though, later on in the week, we're going to get some high 20s. And I love my little pigs. And they're cold. That little enclosure we made them before we left town for Christmas, It's too small.
It's too small. We've been watching them in the cameras.
Show them a picture of that, James. Where's that going to be? Over here? Over there? I'm teasing. We'll do that later in the editing. It's going to be right there.
Right.
But they're just really packed in on each other, and it's not enough room. We got to make it slightly bigger. We watched one YouTuber having pigs, and he started with 8, and he ended with 7. I guess the pig tries its hardest not to step on a pig, but it happens sometimes.
So we're really worried that we made it too small of an enclosure, and we're going to have to
Got to make it bigger, y'all.
make it bigger.
I talked her into a hardware store visit. We were supposed to go today, but I let her sleep. I kept her up late. And
Well, we did lots of good talking last night. Lots of planning.
thinking, planning. We even commented on a couple videos. We're into this new thing where we just comment all the time. Like
Yeah.
a lot of what YouTube is doing is you're creating a community of some sorts where you can ask questions and get answers. And those are the kind of YouTubers we like. You know, one of the first things she asks is like, do they respond to comments?
Yeah.
And like, if they don't respond to comments, then she don't even really want to play with it, you know? It's
I don't know
just-
why. The comments are my funnest part. I
She
like
likes
replying. I like
interactive.
talking to people. It's fun to do.
If we're watching a person that she feels like she can't ask a pig question to, then she wants to find somebody who will answer.
We'll
them.
answer it.
We're
Yeah.
not the most educational. We're
No.
we're the green side of
We're the first
becoming a
generation.
homestead. You know, a lot of people want to start a homestead, and we were none of the exception. We just jumped out and did it.
Yeah.
It was slightly uncomfortable at first because we were both doing pretty good in the city.
Yeah.
But now that we're here, we can't even imagine a different way of living. You know,
No. I mean, we've been here for a year now. The first year was a lot of cleanup because nobody lived here for about 4 good years, so a lot of cleanup.
we're still cleaning.
And now, we're still definitely cleaning. I mean, we had thousands of pine trees in our 4 pastures that we had to cut down. I mean,
We-
thousands.
Went through a set of blades on the lawnmower, just
Right.
beating the shoot out of them.
Right. You know, and this year I think it's going to be a little bit more fun for me because we get to enjoy what we've cleaned up, and we get to clean up more, and
It's
the
coming.
animals get to enjoy it, and I get to enjoy the animals.
All we gotta do is get through January. January's the coldest month here,
Yeah.
and really it just gets down to 50s and 30s at nighttime. But we don't even like that. We want warm.
We like the warmth. That's why we moved out here. Warmth. And
Can
the
I-
country life.
Can I show them what we got going on over
I
here?
think we should. Yeah, let's
I've
show them
told
what
them
our
all the-
next project's gonna be.
I told them all my hopes, dreams, and aspirations. I talked her into a hardware store run. We're gonna buy a little 2x4, a little 2x6, and we're gonna try and make this structure a little bigger for these pregnant mamas.
Yeah, I think so.
I did some daydreaming while you weren't around. I think we're gonna make it in the garage again
Okay.
with the heater fan on,
Yeah.
and then just bring it here.
Bring it here and just set it there. Yeah. Well, why don't you show them what it is so that they can understand?
This is what we're coming up with. This is what we got. This thing is a little, it's about 4 feet. 4 feet by 3 feet. It's big enough for one pig. And even just one pig in there, I'm a little nervous that they'll still step on it. It's
yeah,
just
I don't
tight.
think it's big enough for pigs
We
and
were
babies.
nervous before we left for Christmas, so we whipped something up. Here we are.
Yeah.
I measure this across here though, darling.
Okay.
And this is 8 foot.
8 foot. So
That's
we
the
would
same that this
need-
sheet comes in.
Sweet.
So what I want to do is I just want to build the top, which is really just 2x4s and a piece of sheet wood. And I want the whole piece of sheet wood to come across here somehow. One of the ways that we get ourselves into trouble with this build, because like I want to build it, I want it to be super fantastic, but I don't want to kill myself. The corners here, where the 4x4 is, like, it's gonna bump.
Right. So we're gonna have to notch it out or something.
I don't want to
know
notch
what
it.
we're
There's a
gonna
lot of
do.
work. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, like, I could spend a lot more time on that project than I want to. And really, I want this just to be 2x4s and a sheet that I can take apart.
Take apart. Right.
On the walls, I'm gonna take sheets like this and I'm gonna just, you know, get them attached to this somehow. 2 sides and a back and a top, and then I'm daydreaming like a tarp, like a canvas tarp that covers about that much and drops down for right here.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
And a lot of hay.
A lot of hay.
A lot of hay.
Hey, Dookie boy, get out of there.
You know what I want to do? Get out! You know what I want to do is I want to hang a heat lamp right about here, but Jamie's got her.
I say no heat lamp.
She's scared of the heat lamp. I think we need
Really
some
scared.
sort of heat.
That's another thing, you know, like what do you guys think? I'm really worried because of barn fires. Will a heat lamp make a barn fire, or is that like space heaters people are putting in? That's something if you guys want to comment and let me know if anybody knows. I'm really interested to know that.
It's
I'm
one of
really
those-
nervous. We've got one in the chicken coop right now, and that makes me really nervous.
Yeah. But I think it's the quiet thing that most homesteaders don't talk about is like the naughty stuff that you do as a farmer. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of it, but like obviously you're not supposed to have a heater fan in your barn, but people do it every year
People do
because
it.
barns are going ablaze. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're not supposed to run like a propane tank in a tent, you know, like a homeless person would do, and they've got fires in the woods because of it. Cause
Right.
You're not supposed to go to sleep with a heater fan on, but I watch people camping in their RVs do it all the time.
This way. Good girl.
Yeah, so I was telling her there's some naughties, but people still do them.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right.
I'm trying to talk her into it. I just want warm pigs, y'all. Warm baby pigs. What's a warm baby pig temperature got to be, Jen?
90 degrees.
90 degrees. Like, how the hell am I going to accomplish that with 2x4s and
With it
plywood
being
sheets?
20 degrees at night.
Yeah, like, how do you accomplish that? So,
We really planned wrong with the pigs. I think the issue was I didn't realize that pigs can get pregnant before 6 months. I thought 6 months was the thing. But
all right,
we
here's
didn't get
another
them
idea.
separated soon enough.
I mean, are you ready for another idea?
Yeah.
How about we make another pin,
Uh-huh.
temporary,
Uh-huh.
because I really want to buy a bunch of 2x6s anyways. I like 4x4s. I like 2x4s. So let's make another pin that's about this size, and we just set it up in the garage. And we can kind of run a heater fan sometimes, and we can have a heat light,
For the babies and for the mamas.
and for the mamas.
I mean, that's not a bad idea, having a portable pin.
I mean, in some ways, it's a horrible idea. I got to build a whole new pin, which is about $200. Isn't that what it comes out to? And
Get 'em!
duck. Somebody's eating tonight. It's an ideal though, Jane, because I don't want to do this. I don't want to pump out 20 baby pigs out of 2 mamas and end up with 3 pigs. You know,
That
like,
would be really sad, honey.
so sad. And we're
I even told them we
documenting
should
it.
just bring the piggies inside
Right.
and then bring them out every 3 hours to feed. That's how crazy I am. And he's like, no, let's bring the mama inside too.
Well, yeah, like,
you know,
at that point,
like
we're just
what are
bringing
our
them inside.
options? We really didn't do good by having babies in the winter. We're going to try and do better.
We're separating our pigs
We're
now.
separating the pigs now.
First pig lesson learned.
The hard way.
The hard
in the
way.
winter. I think we're going to make it work.
Duke.
We'll figure it out.
Duke! Duke! Hey, 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 hey! This is not going good, y'all.
He decided to go on the stairs. You guys want to see this?
Come on back down,
See if I can
dog.
get it real
Look how
fast.
scary you are. Look at those shaky legs. Come on, that ain't no place for a dog. Scary. He did it better than I thought he would. Oh, man, you're so talented.
He's like, Daddy, it's just stairs. I got stairs upstairs. What are you doing, you shaking little boy?
It's cold.
Are you cold? Are
It's
you ready
cold.
to go up? All right.
That's what we're dealing with, cold.
Cold right now. The puppies say they've had enough.
We're supposed to have hit the store today. We didn't do that. Maybe I'll still accomplish that. Maybe we get that garage thumping for the
Yeah.
next day or two.
And we make these these
we get
ceilings
something to
in
go.
here. Yeah.
Can two pigs fit in a 4x8 spot that
They could, but I think I still want them separate.
you want two?
Yeah, we got 2 water fountains being delivered in a couple days, so they'll all have water source. I think we need 2. I'm really worried that the other pig that, if they don't have babies at the exact same time, ones will be more energized than the other one, getting up and out, and it just worries me that I think we still need to separate the 2 pins.
You know
we don't
what?
want the one baby, Bella's baby, sucking on Spamla's nipples,
Yeah, we're gonna separate this back
so
into
we're gonna
2
have
pins.
to separate it into 2 pigs, so we should just do 2 ceilings while we're at it.
I hate to show you just working on pig nest after pig nest, but like that's the animal we have. We've got chickens too, but everybody's got chickens, and we gotta work it. We got work that needs to be done there.
Yeah. And once we get this situated, I think we're going to be moving on to other things. We've got to finish the chicken coop down here, and I think there's a lot in the plan for
We want everything.
2025. I'd like
Hey,
to
Boo Boo, I just talked another dog into not going up there. What are you doing? Are you as tall as Daddy now? Oh, he's not trying to get my attention or anything, is he?
I don't know what he's trying. He's like, Daddy, I'm ready to go home. It's
He said
cold.
cold. He said cold. Mwah. Yeah, but we want ducks, we want geese, I want one of those llamas that spit.
We might get a donkey for protection.
Donkey?
Not sure yet. Definitely some cows and some goats
Cows.
though. So we got to make some more enclosures this year. I'd like to at least get the goats and the cows. The ducks, the birds, any type of birds we can just add to our flock. That shouldn't be an issue.
What you been eating, boy? Down.
So should we get these dogs upstairs?
Down, Boo Boo. Down, Boo Boo. Yeah. Let's make a move.
Let's go. No eating poop.
Let's either get wood or look at the garage or work around the house and plan for tomorrow, which might be what we're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of a lazy day today. Work around the house, get some stuff cleaned up. And Boo Boo's gonna throw something at Daddy and says, "You need to start working." He threw his level at him and he said, "Barked." And said,
I gotta do
"Start
some
working."
laundry so I can get some wife beaters going so I can be a little warmer out here, it looks like. But yeah, heat lamp. As much as I want to just start closing in this barn, Jane, and close walls. In the summertime, it's so hot that you need this.
Right. Luna's like, "I want to get up." She might do it.
Well, join us.
Joining.
Shall you?
Smile for me, Boo Boo.